influence is expanding.
Using hyper-surveillance
A million people in camps now.
Russia has amassed tens of thousands of troops.
Explosions rock the southern.
The refugee crisis is getting worse by the day.
What is happening all over the world is an issue that concerns every single citizen.
Many of the rights we take for granted in the democratic world are a daily struggle.
No freedom of speech, expression, religion, no rule of law, no free and fair elections, and certainly no separation of powers.
Protesters, activists, and journalists often face violence and brutality because of their struggle for freedom.
Corruption, tyranny, abuse of power do not go on a break.
We believe that the only way to rise against tyranny is through a united global movement. This is precisely what HRF is working to build. By supporting and bringing together activists from all around the world who are standing up to authoritarianism, exposing dictators and their corrupt regime, and creating innovative solutions to strengthen democracy, we will succeed.
The most important thing is to be part of a network that empowers you, and the Human Rights Foundation is such a network.
Our work has to go beyond simply sharing the message of these activists, dissidents, and journalists.
We have microgrant programs that support activists in crisis. In places like Belarus, tens of thousands of Belarusians were put into prison. So we started the Belarus Solidarity Fund.
Most of the programs that support activists take them out of their environments and their movements. What the Freedom Fellowship does is supply them with digital security, fundraising, media, nonviolent movement building in a way that doesn't disrupt their work but actually adds to what they are doing.
HRF's Impact Litigation Program is able to place the really necessary international legal pressure on these tyrants to facilitate the release and resettlement of political prisoners of conscience.
Putin's regime organized horrible repression campaign against activists in Russia. Thanks to Human Rights Foundation, we were able to organize evacuation for dozens of Russian grassroots activists to safe places.
I was arrested in Zimbabwe, and when the Human Rights Foundation stepped in, they put together a case that could be presented at the United Nations. The United Nations actually issued a statement to the Zimbabwean government to let me go and allow me to enjoy my freedom.
It means seeing someone go from solitary confinement 1 year to speaking on the main stage at the Oslo Freedom Forum the next.
A political prisoner's worst nightmare is to be forgotten. Public spotlight. This is the only thing that can work.
Only together we are stronger. There are many troublemakers like me, and I feel I am among my family.
Human rights activists and dissidents, they may often feel alone, and HRF is able to bring them together so that they see that the struggle is often a shared one.
It's this extraordinary universal knitting machine that knits us all together.
We celebrate powerful stories that spark actions.
You play an important role in our democracy movement.
We need to assume that the fight for freedom in each one of our countries is a fight for freedom in all of our countries.
It's only when we choose to do this and put ourselves from empathy into compassion, we will actually be able to move the powers that be to do something similar.